Okay, this is the flute solo entitled Melody. And I'm going to give you a few pointers, whether you're playing this on flute, clarinet, saxophone, trumpet, what have you, to help you to prepare this solo for solo ensemble or for band concerts or just enjoyment on your own. So, the biggest thing that I see with beginners is the breathing. Make sure that you take in enough air so that you can play 8 solid counts without taking a breath, okay? And you don't want to shorten any of the quarter notes. Look at measure 5. The 4th note in that measure is usually the one where beginners will cut the note off short. They'll play it like this. Okay? This is the way it should be played. We play 4 beats, the same length, 4 quarter notes, the same length, and we play 8 full counts without taking a breath, all right? And you're going to want to do that. The second phrase from 7 to 9, you're going to play 9 beats without taking a breath. So if you'll just look at your breath marks that are marked on your sheet, this will give you a good groundwork to know when to take a breath. So let's play the first phrase. Let's play maybe from 5 down to 9 or so, and listen to the fact that I'm playing all of my quarter notes the same length, all right? They're all the same length. Here we go. Okay. Now, if you're playing on flute, let me give you another pointer. When you play from C to D, there's no reason to lift the right hand and play C with just the first finger. All right? Here's the C that is taught in the band method with just the first finger up. All right? Well, listen to it when I put my right hand part of a D down. Virtually no difference at all. So keep that right hand part of D down. If you can train your fingers to do that through muscle memory, it'll make your life a lot easier. All right, so beyond that, the first phrase or the first thought would be from measure 5 all the way down to 13. So take away from the first part of this lesson, make sure that you're playing all of the quarter notes the same length. Don't cut off that 4th note in the measure. That's where everybody, well, not everybody, that's where most people who are inexperienced, who are young players, they're going to cut that 4th note off. They're going to go and take a breath. Well, if you don't have to take a breath, there's no reason to cut that note off. So keep the air flowing for 8 counts. Okay? And we are trying to make the melody sound like someone is singing it, all right? Because that's really what we as instrumentalists are doing. We are imitating singers. So you don't want to chop the notes off, because a singer, a good singer, will not chop his or her notes off when they are singing. Everything is nice and flowing. All of the phrases make sense, and all of the notes that are the same type of notes, same duration, are played the same with the same length, all right? So I can't emphasize that enough. Now we get to 13, we've got another phrase where we're going to play 7 counts in one breath, and then we'll go on from there. So here's 13. And 16, where I split that F, by the way, make sure that you tongue the notes ta, ta, give it a little more emphasis so it stands out from the main part of the music, and put a little space, a little bit of daylight between the two Fs at 16. If you're playing clarinet, it'll be two Gs. So here's 16. Okay, so that's another thing you can do to help in preparation for this. So we're going to start soft and crescendo. Now with flute playing, it's really hard to play loud. If you play too loud and use too much air, you're going to cause your lower notes to go up to the upper octave, which is not what we're wanting to do. So on the flute, just a nice solid air stream will give you the desired effect for a forte. Now on piano, you're going to back off a little bit, so you're going to want to do that at 13. All right, so we keep on going. 21 is basically like 5. In fact, it's exactly like 5, so we won't play that. And then we go on. The next line is like 9 to 13. So we're going to play 29 to the end, which is the last line. All right, this will end up melody. Here's the last line. Okay, so you're going to take a breath on beat 4 during the quarter rest, of course, and then take in enough air so that you can play the last 3 measures without taking a breath, which will be 9 counts, okay? So if we play from the beginning, we're going to play all the notes the same length. We're not going to go da, 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 da. Everything is all the same length. One solid stream of air, okay? So here's 5. Okay, so that's the entire solo. Make sure that you take in enough air so that you can phrase, make it sound musical. Make sure that all the quarter notes are played at the same length. Make sure that you take a breath where the breath marks are marked. Make sure that you make a concerted effort to make contrast between the louder sections and the softer sections. Separate between the 2 accented notes at 16, give it a little nudge, okay? And then at the end, just hold that note out. If you can play with vibrato, that would be great. That's for another lesson, but the last note can either be played straight, or you can make it sound a little more artistic by playing with a little bit of waver in the sound, much like a singer would sing. And there's several ways, really 2 main ways that you can do that, and we won't get into that during this lesson. So, have fun preparing melody, and take a big deep breath before you play for anybody, for your parents, for your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your sisters, your brothers, your dog, your cat, or for a judge, where we are normally human beings. When we know we're being judged, we're a little more on edge, a little more anxious. Don't be. Just go in and play like you would play at school, at home, or during your lesson. Just breathe, take a big deep breath, and start at 5 and just have fun with it. So stay tuned and have a blessed day.